Hi folks, Chris Rich here. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about why past investment performance is no indication of future investment results. I'm also going to tell you where people most often make this mistake with their investments and how you as an investor can protect yourself from the devastating impact of trying to use past performance as an indication of future results. Now, this is investment principle number 11 of 27 investment principles every investor should know. These investment principles are all time-tested, backed by economic and financial science. I've broken them down into bite-sized, digestible pieces, easy to understand and implement into your investment life. Over the past 30 years, I've helped hundreds of people implement these principles into their life. I've watched these principles work firsthand, and I know that they can make a real difference in your life. I highly encourage you to implement these principles into your investment life. Now, the statement, past performance is no indication of future results, is in every investment perspective, everywhere. It's also on every piece of marketing material used by any investment company or financial institution. Folks, this statement is required by securities law. However, most investors totally ignore and disregard the statement. Folks, this is an important statement. It's also a very important concept to understand. Now, the way that I've seen most investors make their investment choice is by looking at the past 5 or 10-year return history. Whatever's done best, that's what they choose to invest in. Folks, the Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman calls this the recency bias. It's not what he considers to be a mistake, because a mistake is totally random in nature. A bias, however, is totally predictable behavior. Almost everyone falls victim to this line of faulty reasoning. Now let's go back to the year 2010 and imagine that you are making an investment decision. Now, according to DFA's Matrix of Return book, the S&P 500 had a 10-year historical average return of negative 3.6%. During that same time period, 1-month U.S. Treasury bills had a positive return of 3.1%. During that 10-year time period, 1-month Treasury bills outperformed the S&P 500 by over 5% for that 10-year period. Now, if you had made your investment decision based on past performance, you'd have been pretty unhappy. For the next 8 years, the S&P 500 had one of its strongest bull runs in market history. At the end of 2018, the average annual return since the beginning of 2010 was 13.9%. During that same time period, the return for 1-month U.S. Treasury bills was 0.2%. Folks, pay attention to this statement. Past performance is no indication of future results. Most investors are forced to learn this the hard way. Now, stock market returns are totally random. The real smart investors have known this for decades. Just read Burton Malkiel's famous book, now in its 12th edition, A Random Walk Down Wall Street. This concept is even more prevalent with individual stock returns. Let's take a look, for example, at General Electric. Near the end of 2017, General Electric gave a perfect illustration. Now, General Electric has been around for 125 years, and it's been a component of the Dow Industrial Average for 110 consecutive years. Pretty good record. But even with such a long and respected history, the stock's performance in the fourth quarter of 2018 was anything but predictable. Now, I don't ever recommend individual stocks as part of any investment strategy, but we can learn from this stock, which has long been viewed as a safe bet for investors seeking stable growth through dividends. 2017 was a year when almost all asset classes yielded positive returns. Yet from the start of the year to November 2017, General Electric lost 40% of its value year to date. Folks, That's drastic. On top of the loss, GE cut its dividend in half. GE has paid a regular dividend since 1899, and it's only cut it twice, in 1939 and in 2009. Folks, don't be forced to learn this the hard way. Implement investment principle number 11. Don't invest as though you think you can predict future results from past performance. Folks, thanks for being here. If you've enjoyed this video, share it with a friend. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be notified when future content becomes available. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.